Aloysius Gonzaga was born in 1568 in Italy in a rich and well-known family. His father was an important officer in the king's palace. Aloysius was the eldest son. From his younger days, he was in the palace. He knew the life in the palace. And yet, he wanted to become a Jesuit priest. When his father came to know about it, his father was furious. He called him and scolded him and said, "I had a vision and dream for you. You are my eldest son. I wanted you to be an officer in the king's palace. And what is this? You want to become a Jesuit? Even if you want to become a priest, can't you become a diocesan priest or some other religious orders? Those Jesuits, they are queer people." But Aloysius Gonzaga was determined to become a Jesuit. His father was on the deathbed. Aloysius approached him and convinced his father why he should become a Jesuit. And his father finally, or rather reluctantly, gave the approval. Aloysius traveled to Rome to do his novitiate and other studies. And while he was doing his philosophy studies in Rome, a plague broke out. And thousands of people were dying. People were scared to go for funeral. Nobody went for funeral. So Aloysius and other Jesuits were serving the sick people, but his superiors did not allow him to serve the victims of plague, but rather he was sent to a hospital where general patients were treated. One day it so happened, while Aloysius was going to the hospital from the Jesuit residence, he saw a man has collapsed on the road. He took him, lifted him up, put on his shoulders, and brought him to the hospital. That man had a plague, and from him Aloysius got, and Aloysius too succumbed. Aloysius did not think about himself because he wanted to become a Jesuit. And who is a Jesuit? Jesuit is a sinner and yet called to be a companion of Jesus. A Jesuit should be ready to do any work, any part of the world. The place we are born is not important for us. Many a times priests ask me, "Father, from which place are you?" I say sometimes like this. Sometimes I say, "I don't belong to any place. Don't put me in any category. I belong to Jesus." So Aloysius has been made a patron of Jesuit scholastics. Scholastics means those youngsters who have joined the society of Jesus and studying to become a Jesuit. Those who are not priests are called scholastics and not seminarians. So he is the patron of Jesuit scholastics and of youth. He is a model for our youngsters. These days, our youngsters are talented in many fields and they have their vision. Very good. But we need priests. If if I collapse and die, can any one of you can come here altar and continue the mass? No. But if a doctor dies, another doctor can take his place immediately if he is there. If an engineer dies, another engineer can take his place. But if a priest dies at the altar, however maybe you are competent, maybe holy, you cannot celebrate the mass. You cannot hear the confessions. All other works you can do. But these two things you cannot do because you are not been ordained for that. So we need priests. And what type of priests we need, especially of Jesuits, who are filled with love of God. First place they give to God, not to their family members, not to their relatives, not to their friends, not to their villagers, but to God. And second, they are filled with love of people. People for means everybody. Jesus said, who is your neighbor? Not the one who lives next to you. Neighbor for Jesus means who needs of you is your neighbor. So Jesuit must love everybody, irrespective of their region, religion, skin color, language, culture, educational background, family background, etc. And we need such youngsters. Even here at Basilica, we need young Jesuit priests. But we don't have. Therefore, the provincial should appoint a man like me, who is 74. I request you, pray. Pray for vocations. And if you pray, God will send. Let me honestly tell you from this holy place, if I am speaking to you today as a priest, not because I deserve it, it is because of the prayers of my parents. And this was told to me by my father when I was approved for the ordination. I wrote him a letter. I was in Pune and he was in Mumbai. He replied, he said, my dear son, I am glad that you have been approved to become a Jesuit priest. Let me tell you one secret which your mother and I did not reveal to you. Today I reveal. The day we married, from that day onwards, every day, both of us prayed to God, asking God, the children which you give us, you may take all of them for your service, but at least take one. And their prayers God answered. Therefore, I stand here before you. Prayers of the parents, prayers of the people gives vocation and makes us holy. You want me to become holy? I need your prayers. Please pray for priests, also for nuns, surely. Pray for vocations.